This is not how you want to end your first Bassmaster Elite Series season. This year, 2024, and the Bassmaster Elite Series has been an interesting one, with the rookies having, for whatever reason, being a topic of discussion for some people for a variety of reasons, but mostly because they're very stout, very talented anglers, and they've been catching the living heck out of bass this year. But unfortunately, to wrap up a great first year on the Elite Series, JT Thompkins, one of the rookies, was disqualified from the last event on the St. Lawrence River after 2 days of competition after failing a polygraph. So what had happened? I'm reading this directly from the Bassmaster site. I will link this down below if you guys would like to check it out and read it for yourselves. But essentially, Thompkins failed the polygraph that was administered during the event on Friday, and that is where he failed the exam. And essentially, there's two different rules that they perceived that he broke. And basically, the rule that was C3 states that anglers cannot gather waypoints or specific fishing locations, for example, creek, river, area of lake, etc., from any source that is not publicly available. So essentially what they're getting at here with the rule that was broken, which in addition states during competition days, anglers may not log onto websites or participate in social media with the intent of gaining a competitive advantage. What those are stating is, one, they believe he got information waypoints during the cutoff, during the time period where anglers are not allowed to seek information on the bodies of water that are on the Bassmaster schedule. They can talk about it after the event is over with, but before the event leading up to it, they are not allowed to gain any information from anyone other than a fellow tournament competitor. In addition, the other rule that was broken was essentially that he was using social media or a website to gain some information or knowledge about the event that was going on. For example, logging onto Instagram after day one and seeing where, say, the leaders, Rob G, Chris Johnson, all them boys were fishing at, and using that for his advantage going into day two. So pretty heavy claims there against JT Thompkins. Pretty unfortunate for him. He did come out on social media and state his defense, basically mentioning that polygraphs are not completely accurate, which is true. I'm not going to speak like I'm some professional from a legal standpoint, but I do know that polygraphs are not completely 100%. But in this case, they're using that as a means to disqualify his event in his 2-day catch, which is unfortunate because, like I said, polygraphs are not 100%. If he was truthful and he didn't break any of these rules, he would have had a great position going into day three with the weight that he had. So it's unfortunate. I'm sure there's more details to come on this. Been hearing several different information that really isn't worth reporting because I'm only confirming what is already out there, the details that are on, that are 100% at least given out and reported, and I'm relaying them to you guys here. But I do know JT is one heck of an angler, and I'm sure he'll bounce back. He had a great, even with this DQ and the goose egg on this event, he had a great AOI standing, qualifying for the 2025 Bassmaster Classic. And I'm sure he'll bounce back with a great season next year for his second Elite Series season. But it is nice to see the tournament organizations trying to do things by the book, keep every angler to the higher standard, and keep this a level playing field. I know there's a lot that goes unnoticed, but it's cool to see the trending and keeping things correct and how they should be and how the sport should be played. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this breaking news segment, and look forward to talking about further on a Serious Angler podcast.